What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Call of Duty World War II on BlackTideTV for a short and sweet DLC supply drop weapon review. We're talking about the GPMG today, which in my opinion is extremely underrated. A lot of players will pick up this weapon and they won't find it to be very beneficial, but it's all about how you use this weapon, what game mode you're playing, what attachments you're using, because I do find the GPMG to be very tactical and very powerful when used in the right kind of situation. You are seeing that situation in today's gameplay. You'll find that I have found the upper floor of the restaurant here to be my new home, and I'm just kind of jumping from window to window using my tactical advantage over enemies, and I am engaging them before they see me. That's the whole point of using the GPMG in core game modes. You basically want to be firing at people before they fire at you. This weapon is a 4-shot kill at almost every range in the game in core game modes. That's even point blank. You are still going to get a 4-shot to kill, and the weapon doesn't fire extremely fast, so a majority of shotguns, SMGs, rifles, they're all going to end your life very quickly at close range. And that means that this is not an aggressive LMG. You're supposed to lay back a little bit, have that passive playstyle, and just kind of be the overwatch for your team with this weapon's extreme accuracy and the damage that it deals at longer ranges. 4 shots to kill at a longer range is pretty nice. A lot of assault rifles will drop off to a 5-shot kill. A lot of SMGs won't even be able to engage with you at longer ranges, whereas this weapon, being that 4-shot kill across the map, it is very powerful at long range, and it is quite accurate as well, especially if you're firing in shorter bursts. You're kind of taking your time with it, and you're just engaging one enemy at a time, not just spraying and praying like you would with most other LMGs. You're going to find that this weapon can kill a lot of enemies at longer ranges. The only other downside that you really have to deal with is the reload speed and the magazine size. Most LMGs in this game have around 50 plus bullets in the magazine, except for the Wren and the GPMG. The Wren has 30, the GPMG has 30, and this was one of the major problems with the GPMG, or Beretta 30, I believe it was known as, in the real world. This is actually one of the most unreliable weapons ever made. It was an Italian LMG, and all it did was just jam up all the time. Every time you reloaded the thing, it would just jam, and it just kept jamming, and it was just so unreliable. They had to introduce a bunch of cooling systems into how to make this thing work. So it wasn't a very great LMG in real life, and you're going to notice that in the gameplay as well. And in your using of the weapon, you're going to be reloading a lot. Even extended mags will only bring this weapon up to a 45 round magazine, which I would definitely recommend. I never leave the house without extended mags on the GPMG. That extra 15 bullets, that's an extra 3 kills in core game modes. Now I'm making sure I'm being very specific in saying core game modes, because this weapon is an absolute monster in hardcore, like disgustingly good. It is a 1-shot kill at all ranges in the entire game in hardcore game modes, and it fires quite fast. I know I said it didn't fire extremely fast. That's on comparison with SMGs. But when you're in hardcore and 1 bullet is going to kill your enemies, you don't need to worry about pumping out 4. 1 bullet and they're dead. And this weapon is very accurate. It's got very nice iron sights. Depending on which variant you're using, the iron sights can only get better. You could use an optic on it. I usually use a 4x optic when I'm playing hardcore, and obviously extended mags is still really great, so you can cut down on reloading as much, and especially if you're very careful with this weapon in hardcore game modes, you'll probably die long before you ever need to reload it. So the thing with the GPMG isn't that it's going to work in every situation. A lot of people expect that their weapons are just going to work with their playstyle. Like if you pick up the PPSH, it's going to work for you because that's what that weapon is designed to do. The GPMG and so many other weapons in this game, they have their own set playstyle in mind. Like they were built to be used in a specific way. The GPMG is just that passive LMG, or if you want to take it into hardcore game modes, it's just your all-around badass destroying machine. Like, take it into hardcore. Trust me, it will blow your mind. It is so good. Just maybe a quick draw grip so you can aim down your sights a little bit faster. Make sure you're staying off the radar, engaging people, again, at longer ranges in hardcore. You're going to have a great time with the GPMG. If you don't already have this one unlocked, you can continue to unlock variants of it through the supply drop system, and you can also find this weapon by completing the special contracts by Major Howard every week. So it will come around in the rotation eventually. Pick this one up. You got to win 50 games or play 50 games, and you'll just be given this weapon. And it is honestly one of my favorite weapons to use in the game. It is on one of my permanent classes. The GPMG, it's going to get a 6 out of 10 from me because it does require some know-how, but when you have that know-how, when you're playing in hardcore, when you're using it the right way, it's going to be absolutely amazing for you. So hit the like button if you enjoyed today's video, subscribe if you are new, let me know what you think of the GPMG in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.